Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share to you the Korean variety shows that I am watching currently. My Ugly Duckling, which is a observational variety show that showcases the real lives of celebrities that are considered old bachelors, and a panel of two MCs, Shin Dong-yeop and Seo Jang-un, and there's a guest every week, and the rest of the panels is composed of the mothers of these ugly ducklings. So one of the reasons that I love this show is that this show is smart. It grabs two different audiences, like the mom's generation and the children's generation, and the moms are pretty funny. They love their sons, but they are constantly frustrated in their inability to get married, and the characteristics and attitudes that they display as the reason why they cannot get married. And the chemistry between the cast is really, really good. My favorite out of the cast are the Super Junior members, Hicha and Shiwon. The comedians, Taekjeon, I think he's hilarious. And they have this get together once in a while, and their chemistry just explodes, and it's so fun to watch them. Another segment that I love about this show is the blind dates. How these old bachelors are really shy and they lost all their skills to date people. Oh, and the two MCs are also hilarious. One of them's divorced, and that plays into his commentary and how he sympathizes with a couple of divorced members. One of them is a national MC in Korea, and his wit is just top notch, and he likes to take it to the extremes too. And that sharp wit that's a little bit on the edge, kind of dangerous, is also being said in front of the mothers whose son is the butt of the joke. That is very entertaining also. And I think it's around 300 episodes. I've been watching it for, 3 years now. The second show on the list is Amazing Saturday. It's a indoor variety where they guess the lyrics of popular songs in Korea, and their prize is this delicious dish as a reward. And they play two rounds of this game. There's a kind of a snack time corner in between those two rounds, and it changes every week. So the members of this variety show work together to get the lyrics right. Reasons I love the show is, of course, the chemistry. They're really funny. The way each member has a role and how they argue amongst each other and make fun of each other. And also when guests come in, they don't concede to the guests that much. And it is very mouth-watering, the food that they showcase there. So I would list those down, and hopefully it would be available in my local Korean restaurants, or I can find an easy recipe online to do them. The people that I enjoy watching the most in the show is Ki of SHINee, of course, Taeyeon. I also like the rapper trio Pio, Noksa, and Hane. I also like Nare a lot. I like Shin Dong-yeop. He's also in this variety show. Yeah, and there is a mukbang star named Hennim that eats half, and half of those half of the food each time they fail. She makes it look very appetizing. I'm not really into the mukbang culture a lot, but man, she's good. And Boom, the main MC, can find him a little bit annoying sometimes, but the members also latch onto that, not let it go, and just makes fun of him, so that cancel the annoying feeling that I have. Next is Transit Love Season 3 or Exchange Season 3. So a pair of exes living in the same house, but at first you don't know who each other's exes are. and that's a secret. So they either come on this show to reignite their past love relationship or find somebody new. The reason I like this show, I know it's not right to enjoy it when other people are in pain and it's really cruel, but it's so real and it's so raw, the emotions that they feel. For some variety shows like Singles Inferno or other dating shows in general, a lot of people go in there just to get a social media following. It might be true in this show also, but there is a level of realness and vulnerability that participants have because they are exes. Yeah, the fact that their pain is so real and contemplations that each participants have in their actions, I understand. Even though they seem like an asshole sometimes, I can't hate them because the show really does a good job of showing them as people and not just products of our enjoyment, but it's not okay to cross the line criticizing them or making fun of them or glorifying them. They're just humans in this show. I've watched seasons 1 through 3. Season 2 is the legendary season, so I recommend you watch that. But if you're not a fan of this concept because it's too cruel, then I know that's a criticism in this show. I enjoy it. It's my guilty pleasure. It has 5 panelists. One is a guest that they change in a couple of weeks. One comedian, Lee Young-jin. One idol turned actress, Yura from Girls' Day. Simon Dominic, and I don't know the other girl's name. I'll put it here. And they're really good also. Their comments are hilarious. Their comments are sensitive. They add on to the participants' thought process and what they're thinking possibly as of the moment. Their reactions are great. This show takes you through a roller coaster. Next show I'm gonna mention is another dating show, which is I Am Solo. The participants come in the show looking for love, and they live in the same compound and they play games in order to win dates with whoever they want. In most dating reality shows, participants are really pretty. In I Am Solo, they're very realistic. They're very average, ordinary people coming onto the show looking for love. Each batch of I Am Solo has a concept and it's fairly quick. I think they're together living in the same space for a week or two, and it's pretty fast. And this show is really popular in Korea. I think the contestants are just authentic. There are a couple of troublemakers. But that's the reason why we watch this show. Some people have gotten married already out of the shows. That adds to the genuine reasons why people like to participate. And there's a panel in this show composed of 3 people: an actor, Lee Kyung, a rapper slash comedian, MC, Defcon, and a model named Songnina. Defcon is really hilarious. Their commentary is rough, unlike other variety shows. It's just really fun to watch. Next one would be I Live Alone, which the title suggests it is an observational variety show showing celebrities that are living alone. It's just interesting. The regular cast members have good chemistry. They're really interesting people with interesting hobbies, and that's one of the reasons why I like to watch the show. The guests in this show also rarely show what's going on their personal lives. As a member of the public that indulges in celebrity culture in Korea specifically, I like watching the show just to see what the ordinary day of one of the people that I see on dramas, movies, and variety shows, singers and dancers, do on their downtime. The last variety show that I am currently watching is the highly anticipated, one of my favorite variety shows of all time, Crime Scene Season 4. People have been asking for the comeback of this variety show for ages, years, and I still rewatch seasons 1, 2, and 3 once in a while, and it is still so entertaining. Even though I know what's gonna happen and if it loses the element of surprise, it's still so entertaining to watch over and over again. Season 1 was a test trial, which is my least favorite season also. Seasons 2 and 3 are, in my opinion, the best. Season 4 is okay. It's not the worst, but I miss the tone of the previous seasons. It's a murder mystery, so the cast members is in a role play. All of them are suspects in this murder that happens, and one of them is guilty, and the cast members rotate being detectives. In the previous seasons, they had guests, but in this season, it's just the cast members, which I kind of miss because the guests add something new and is an unknown variant to the show. The cast members are really good at adapting and interacting with the guests. I really miss that. And I think the past seasons, the characters that they are given are more interesting. So they can push to the extreme on how they portray their character. The filter is brighter than the previous seasons, which I guess lightens the mystery element of the show. I like the darker feeling that the other seasons had. In this season, Park Ji-yoon, who is a former announcer, I feel like is the pillar of the show, came back. Chang Jin, who is really entertaining and good at guessing who the culprit is back. He deduced one of the legendary mysteries that the show had. And I like Chang Dong-min too. I think the three of them have the most chemistry. The three newcomers, An Yu-jin from IVE, Key from SHINee, and the comedian. Oh my god, I always forget her name. They're kind of new. So I don't know. These three are really good because they've been on the show before. Kia has appeared as a guest before, but these three, the announcer, the director, and the comedian, really blend well together. They have really nice chemistry, and the way they portray their characters in an extreme way is very entertaining. And I like how they try to stay in character, but sometimes they break out because their dialogues are funny and the situations that they're put in is funny too. Detective gets 2 votes and each cast member has 1 vote. They will actually lock up the person that has the final vote at the end in a jail box. There's a prize money for the person that makes the right guess. If they get the wrong guess and the culprit gets all the money, the assistant to the detective, who are like rising actors. The previous seasons, he was a lesser known actor back then, but now he's really famous. He was in Business Proposal, and now they have a new one, and he's pretty cute too. So if you like murder mysteries, then I highly recommend the show. There are other variety shows that I'm watching on and off, just depending on who are the guests in that show. I used to watch Running Man, but not anymore. If you have any recommendations of variety shows, I would love to hear your suggestions. I'm always on the lookout for good variety shows. Alright, I think that's it for the video. Bye everybody.